Hey guys, this is Dylan from Dudes on the Couch.
I didn't say action. If you're gonna pay me to do
we
this,
can have bloopers like that in the fucking Patreon.
If three,
What kind of vibe are we thinking?
Just chill.
Someone chill.
Hawaiian.
We'll keep it kind of
The
somber.
ukulele's in there, bro.
Do you have a ukulele?
We do.
Yeah.
We need it. Do you know how to play it?
Yes.
It's not in tune.
I'm so sorry.
It's not in tune.
That's the best part.
Hey guys, it's Dylan from Dudes on a Couch. I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be a permanent guest on this podcast from this point forward.
If you're a permanent guest, you're not a guest. Keep going. We're not cutting this one.
If you guys want to hear funny shit like that and other banter behind the scenes, please support us on Patreon. We plan on pushing it on every single podcast and having you guys give us your money so you guys can get more content.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to another episode of Dudes on a Couch.
My name's Matt.
I'm Christian.
Introducing myself.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm Dylan.
And your boy Alex here.
And this is Dudes on a Couch.
In case you didn't know,
The worst podcast that you're subscribed to.
it's like the second best. They probably listen to JRE.
Or they listen to Logan Paul's.
He has a fucking podcast.
Yep.
Everyone has a fucking podcast. What do you mean?
Speaking of the Paul brothers,
You don't even want to be on the podcast. And you're on the phone. You have a podcast.
you're just here to bring the spirit down.
Fucking,
We're all like way up here, and you gotta be the one that pulls us to baseline.
hey, dude, Mike Tyson's got a podcast.
Yeah, but who wants to hear my? I got my back.
They
broken.
watch it.
It's spinal. It's Mike Tyson, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of killed people for a living.
Yeah.
When people think of Mike Tyson, they're not like, oh, that guy's. They're like, oh, I don't want to see him in a dark alley.
You know, when I think of Mike Tyson, the first thing that comes to mind is Hangover. This is the only thing that comes to mind is when he's in the Hangover movie.
You stole my tiger?
When I think
By
Mike
the way,
Tyson,
if you want to come on Mike Tyson, email us.
Yeah.
Yo, hit us
up.
he probably already forgot our names.
What channel is this again?
Fuck, man. So let's talk about the Paul brothers, dude. So Jake fucking recently smacked the shit out of fucking Ben Askren, which wasn't a surprise.
Not at all.
Let's be fair.
Ben Askren wasn't trying.
Yeah, he's on his
just
last
Did you
like-
see
yeah.
the video of him like walking back to the
Yeah,
locker
yeah,
room?
just big
He's
smile on
laughing.
his
Yeah.
face.
He's like, I got paid.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can't
give a fuck.
blame him though, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, everyone keeps talking about how like Robbie Lawler fucked his shit up and like how he took all those hits, but Jake Paul punches him once. I think that's a whole fib, dude.
Yeah.
I think he got hit hard enough to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Because after you get knocked out once, like
It
you
gets a
saw
lot
what Jorge
easier.
Masvidal did to fucking Ben Askren.
Yeah,
I
and
bet
then
a good gust of wind could go by and he'd be
Yeah,
like,
that
oh
guy
yeah.
got his shit wrecked the other night too.
Yeah.
Who, Jorge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up. But that was the first time he's ever been knocked out in
Yeah.
a competition, which is like, you know, good
Crazy.
for him. About
You see
time.
what he said yesterday about it?
Hmm.
It was like the first time that he talked publicly since, and he was just like, "Yeah, it was a good one."
Fair.
Was that on what's his face, Ariel Helwani's show?
I have no idea.
I watched that fucking interview and he was like crying the whole time. He was like, I let down everybody. I'm like disappointed and shit like that. Which I understand. If you did that in your hometown, like that'd be like if I went into MMA and I was like, come to the fucking place. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. It's gonna be sick. And then I just get obliterated in the first round, dude. I wouldn't go outside for weeks.
Yeah.
You could fake a spinal injury.
Yeah. My back was broken. I
But
couldn't
yeah,
fucking
Logan
compete.
Paul is
Mike
100%
Tyson.
going to fight Floyd Mayweather.
That's gonna be an interesting fight.
Should we do some predictions?
Yeah, I think Floyd's gonna fucking smoke him. I think he just, what I really want to happen is like Floyd just fucks with him for like all 12 rounds. I don't even want him to like try to knock him out. I just want him to like cut in and like rip the shit out of his body, like over and over and over again. Come in, beat the shit out of him a little bit, and then just run away.
That's the problem. Is
And
like the
avoid him.
height advantage. Like if he gets close to Logan's body, he just has to go like that a few times.
Yeah.
Hammer him on his
Yeah.
bald muppet head.
I'm not into any of this as I'm the person sitting on my phone most of the
Which
time.
is
when
ironic because you're like the
conversations
only person in here who did MMA or any sort of training like that.
Wait, so Floyd Mayweather?
The
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
No, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
The
Senior.
billionaire Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
Is gonna fight a YouTuber?
He's not a billionaire. We looked it up. $450 million is what he's worth.
Sorry, Floyd.
It's still a lot of money.
Stop
Every-
buying $1 million cars, dude.
Every fight, he makes about $300 million.
and he just blows it.
And he's only worth $450 million.
You need a new accountant, dude. You need.
He spends some money.
No, dude, that means he just fucking he like knows what his bottom dollar is. You know, like he's like I can't go below 400.
Either that or he can't fucking read.
And
Yeah,
Well, it's just like,
homeless.
that's the point where he's like set himself up to where like I can't go below that or I lose everything I have.
Mm. That's fucked up though.
Like he knows the number.
He
Or
recently sold his Koenigsegg at a loss.
Well, I wouldn't.
So I don't think this guy is a
Who sells a car for a profit though? Like cars
It's
just
a
lose value.
multi-million-dollar car,
Koenigsegg's
though.
will sell for a profit.
Yeah.
Depend.
No,
I bet the way he
you
was
buy a
driving it,
Koenigsegg.
it ain't worth that much, dude.
You buy a Koenigsegg for you can't even drive it. It's not legal to drive in the U.S.
That's
has,
cool.
Has no miles on it. He bought it for $2 million and sold it for 1.5. When the people that were selling it were like, "Dude, you can totally sell this for $20 million."
I bet you he just.
But he was
ran
just
out
like,
of
"Fuck it,
spots in
dude.
his garage.
Take it, bro."
Yeah, so he's rich as fuck to the point that like he's like I don't give a fuck.
Or he's selling cars because he needs money.
And
he's booking
about
fights
to fight
because
a
he needs money.
YouTuber.
So it is possible he needs money.
Floyd,
It'll get
if
him.
you
If you can be on the show,
if you can still afford internet, dude, like
we'll pay you.
After hearing that, he's
Fucking
gonna afford
shit.
a
I'll give
fucking
20
hitman on us. I bet Floyd's the type to take everything personally.
We
Like,
should have a
you make one joke about him, and he's just gonna look at you with resentment for
we
the
should
rest
have
of
a
your life.
Floyd versus like Mike Tyson fight.
But yeah, I pretty much
Venue
just want
here.
I want Floyd Mayweather to make Logan Paul look like a fucking baboon.
He already
I hope
does.
so.
Like,
Isn't
even
Logan
more
the
so.
one who did the Suicide Forest shit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All you gotta do
what
is
the-
just watch
both
his
part of
YouTube
it.
channel and you
Yeah.
can
What the fuck?
realize.
Like
I
that
wanted
shit was
to
pretty
buy
fucked up.
one
What
of those
I'll
Toy
give him
Story
credit
hats.
though, like he does seem to like have mellowed out quite a bit, and he's like not nearly as. big
Well,
of
when
a
the
dick.
whole world
Yeah.
hates you, you kind of don't have a choice.
Unless you're the
Yeah.
younger brother, and in which case he seems to have embraced it, or he just doesn't understand.
The problem child. I
Yeah.
fucking
He'll
hate
pull
that
he'll
nickname.
pull a Justin Bieber. He'll come back in a couple of years and be like, "Guys, I just went to college. Everybody should love me again."
Didn't Bieber have Lyme's disease?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I
like some
hope.
crazy. Yeah, I swear to God, he has
Justin
some, like,
Bieber.
fucked up disease.
If you're
dude.
watching this, bro,
Hit
I know
us
you're
up.
unemployed.
Yeah.
I know.
I used to get called Justin Bieber all the time, but I feel like anybody who had a bowl cut as a kid just got like fucking Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a thing,
Yeah.
dude. You don't need like you couldn't have any resemblance to him. You could have like fucking black skin, but if you have a bowl cut,
Yeah. You wear a purple hoodie one day, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
he's like top 3 of my least favorite musicians.
Why did they used to dress him up in the weirdest fucking
Yeah.
like the purple sweater and white pants thing was so fucking weird.
All of the time. It's all he wore. Like,
Yeah,
why?
Why is
One
he
pair
wearing,
of $70 Supra sneakers.
Why is he dressing like the 3rd Street Saints?
You guys seen that video of Justin Bieber when his car broke down in the hood?
No.
It's so fucked up.
I've
It was
never
like when
seen
he
it.
was still a kid. You have to fucking put this up. They all start surrounding him.
Wait,
they
can
make
we just
him do
watch it
push-ups
then,
and shit.
and then I'll cut it in and we'll make this like a thing?
What's the deal, man? We're gonna go play some sports.
About 26, I'll shoot 7, my little homie. 8.
Hit them high shoes, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
fucking.
They make
Yeah.
You gonna pull it up?
Fuck it, dude. I'm not on that.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
You can watch it on a
Good.
phone.
Travis has a laptop we could watch it on.
Travis, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't feel like getting up. You wanna get the laptop?
Where's intern this week, man? Get him to get the
He
laptop.
wasn't even here last week, dude.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kid.
He only shows up when he can, I guess.
He is an intern.
He shows up where I work as well.
What
and
college does he go to?
just- he doesn't.
Oh.
It's my family. You think he's fucking
Did we talk about Professor Balance last podcast? I was
No.
on?
We did
I
not.
feel like we should. Man.
We should definitely
It's a
talk about
fucking.
Alright.
I don't know if I even told them who Professor Bell
It was like your 16th birthday, wasn't it?
It was my 16th birthday.
I'm surprised. I remember that. I have the fucking memory of like.
The first gift my father ever gave me.
Yeah. So it's fucking Christian's
So-
16th birthday, and my dad, the fucking scumfuck, he's like, "Here's $20." Nice. Fuck yeah. We go to Petco with this fucking $20. Our original plan was to go to the mall, but it was Sunday and the mall closed early, and we were like so bummed out about it. We were gonna
Also,
get,
for
like-
more context, definitely watch the first podcast.
yeah, our
Because they're gonna
dad
just be like,
blows.
dude, this fucking guy, like, they knew each other forever.
So
That's one of the first summers we were hanging out.
yeah, so we go to Petco because it's like right across the parking lot from the fucking mall. We're like, oh, let's go and go to Petco. And there's like this big sign written on like a bird window that just says like, talk to an associate about adopting a bird for free.
And you can totally tell that has been there for a while.
Yeah, like half of it was like scratched out and like fucking dried on, and we were like, I feel like we should talk to an associate. So we walk up, I'm pretty sure it's this like short, chubby Asian dude.
Yep.
And we're like, what about this sign that says something about adopting a free bird? And he's like, follow me. And he brings us to this back room and he opens up this fucking door, and it's like a fucking zoo of animals. There's this fish that would swim in circles till it reached the top, just sink down, and then restart over and over and over. That's all it fucking did. They had like these fucked up like skinks and snakes that were just like sitting there like this, and not having any clue what the fuck's going on.
It was the inbreds gone wrong, but then
It
there
was
was just this
fucked, man.
golden cage in the middle.
Yeah,
of the room.
literally there's a table and a golden fucking cage, and inside this cage, you guys know what a finch is, right?
Yeah.
Tiny little cute bird. Just a one-legged fucking finch hanging upside down in this golden cage like it was this prized possession. And he just like snags this fucking thing and slaps it in a box. And he hooks it all up and he looks at us and he goes, you guys look old enough. No paperwork, no fucking anything. He just hands us this fucking bird and we used the $20 to buy like some food and shit. Christian already had a cage at home. But
By a
was
cage, it was literally a dog cage that I like taped chicken wire to the side of.
It was so fucking screwed. But it was just this cute little one-legged finch, and we had it in a fucking box. And Christian is like, you're very uncoordinated.
Very.
He can't, like, if you threw a fucking baseball at
I would
him,
just
he
let it
couldn't
hit me in
catch
the
it.
head
He
because I
couldn't
didn't want
fucking
the
do it.
embarrassment of trying to
Footballs won't do it either. Anything that's like coming at you, he just won't fucking catch. But our dumbasses were sitting outside of fucking Dick's Sporting Goods. We're like, let's see the bird. And he opens it up, and the bird tries fucking flying out of the box. He's got one leg, so it's like an airplane that had a clipped wing or something. It just went and ate shit on the concrete. I'm like trying to run up and fucking grab it, and he just like comes back up this way, like does another fucking dive bomb, and Christian out of nowhere just snags it with one fucking hand midair and just puts it back in the box, and I was like just dumbfounded.
Holy shit.
You couldn't like. If you were on a football field, wide receiver, no receptions at all. But he can catch a bird. No problem. It just doesn't add up.
First try.
Our dumbasses, I'm pretty sure we went to McDonald's after that.
Yeah, we
Because
let him out in the car.
Our dad picked us up, and our dumbasses were so fucking stupid, not even like, let's look at the bird again. He opens up the fucking thing. The bird shoots out of the box, goes over the dashboard, shits all over the fucking dashboard.
Hit the
speeds
dashboard.
back around. Yeah, and somehow Christian manages to course it back into its fucking box. But you want to talk about the death story of Professor Balance? The
I will
tragic
tell a
death.
story though. I like this story that I don't know if I've told you even. He got stuck in a little baseboard heater for 3 hours. He was just chirping, dude. And I was trying so hard not to get my mom involved because she would be like, "I told you, to fucking leave that bird outside."
She hates fucking animals and her
No,
dogs.
I just have like tweezers and I'm just trying to grab his one leg to pull him out. I got him out eventually. He was upset. I don't even know if it's a he or a girl. I don't know.
We debated over the name for so long, and then we just both agreed on. I wanted to name it Dr. Balance, but he was like, "No, Professor sounds better." So we just went with
Okay,
that.
what does sound better though?
Professor Balance or Dr. Balance?
I feel like Professor Balance just flows better.
Does flow a little better.
What is
I
Dr.
feel like.
Balance? he couldn't stand because he had one fucking
Yeah.
leg. So anytime, you know how birds like to hang
Yeah,
off cages? He just hung upside down.
It was really funny. It was really funny because my stepfather had one leg too,
And our dad.
and they were
kinda
the
does.
opposite legs. So I would always be like, "Bro, you guys should just like
Hang out.
one of you should have like 2 legs, and one of you could just be a bat."
Talk about the death of the poor thing.
So we lost power one winter storm, and if we don't have power, we don't have heat, and that's a finch. So I woke up one day, look over at Professor Balance, and he's just hanging there, not responding. He had this little like house that like hung from the top of the cage that he would spend hours trying to get into. But if I helped him, He'd either fly out, you get stuck in a heater, or I put him in there and he would just jump out to do it himself.
I imagine that cage is like the fucking bird equivalent to that fucking game where you have that stick and the fucking ball in the string and
it's
you try
exactly
flicking it up and putting it on the stick. I don't even know what it's called. But
Except
that
it's
bird
a
would just
finch
spend
that's getting
hours trying to
cuts
get in
on
that hole.
itself from the shitty chicken wire that I had when he's trying to jump into his home.
How old were you when you did this?
16.
Fantastic.
Yeah, pressure balance from the time we picked them up lasted like a couple months.
Nice.
No, actually.
It was like a good half a year.
8 years. 8 months.
Yeah, it was pretty
About
decent
to
amount
say,
of time.
how did you mix up like a couple months with 8 years?
Well, that was during his sweaty times in Call of Duty.
Dude,
I don't know if
everything
you
was
guys
just
know
one
this, but
day.
he used to be like a super sweat on fucking COD. Weren't
I
you
don't
like
tell a lot of people that.
you were like, it's in your Xbox bio. for
It's in
crying
my
out
but
loud.
it's Xbox.
I
Like
guess.
No one checks their mind.
they're not on my
Yeah.
Xbox. Alex is.
Fucking, he used to play like professional COD Black Ops 3 and like do wager matches and shit on that. And I just,
I never played Black Ops 3.
it's not worth it.
It's not good.
Don't get into
It's
it.
not fun. Modern Warfare Remastered is where it was at. That's where I made most
Fuck
of
that
my
game
money.
too.
But yeah, he froze to death. Hid it from my mom. Went outside. Brought the cage into my neighbor's yard, who lived in a trailer, so their house, like their yard, was a
It
piece
just
of shit
blended in.
anyways. Yeah. dug a hole outside with one of those little gardening shovel things that are like this big, and put his body in, covered him up, and then my Labrador found him a few days later, and the rest is history.
I had to bury a fucking cat.
My mom
It's
asked me where it
terrible.
happened to it, and I just said Dylan wanted him back.
Yeah.
Fucking
What an
get this
excuse.
smelly piece of shit out of my house.
Man, you remember Mina, right? That chick I was dating?
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Tyler. Tyler.
Dude, yeah.
Tyler.
Fucking
Can't speak.
weirdo. So this fucking Mina chick, me and her had a thing during the summertime, and like I'm not gonna get into our relationship because that's not the point of this story. But she had a cat that passed away, and she was living with some like scumbag ass people, and I thought they like fed it antifreeze or something and tried killing it because they just hated her so much. It was like a really fucked situation. So like I'm sitting at my house trying to fucking sleep, and I get obliterated with phone calls. Can you please come here? Can you take us to the vet, please? I'm like, what's going on? My cat's dying. It's dead. And I fucking show up there, and she hands me this fucking dead cat, and it's like one eye's open, his tongue sticking out, there's foam coming out of his face, and all this shit. And I don't even like cats to begin with, and now I gotta hold a dead one. so I'm just sitting there in this car. Mina's brother's driving, and she's like, "Let's go to the vet, please." And I'm just holding this fucking thing. And I'm like trying to see if it's got any life left. I'm like tapping it on the nose. You know, and I was like, "You okay, buddy?" And it was gone, dude. That thing was so fucked. And we go to the vet, and I give it to the vet, and I'm like, "Can you test it if it was poisoned or anything like that?" They're like, "Nope, can't do that." Apparently getting an autopsy on an animal like you would a human, you need to go to like a university to do that, and it costs thousands of dollars. Like nobody's willing to just give you like a reason for
Yeah.
its death. They're like, it probably just had a heart attack, dude. Who gives a fuck? It's a cat. I'm like, we could probably poison the damn thing, you know what I mean? So after finding out that there's no way we could get an official cause of death, we just went up to my brother's house in Waterboro, and I used to work excavation at the time, so I was like, grab a shovel, let's fucking do this. I'm just like digging out this little fucking grave for it, and luckily the vet was super nice and they gave us like a cool little box we could bury it in.
That's cool.
We rolled up a joint for the fucking damn thing and like just started smoking and talking about how cute it was. She's like, "Bitch, they used to always come up and crawl on me when I got home." And
Dylan's like, I'm always like pushing this bastard off.
yeah, I'm just like, this fucking cat, and I'm like, it's another one down
Like
the
a
drain.
dig in a fucking hole.
I carried it to the vet. It was fucked. That's all I know.
Yeah, I never even met the damn thing before. I had
Dylan's
to
bringing
hold
up
it.
one-up pictures from Mario to like.
And a green mushrooms. Come on, buddy.
You got this.
You got 9 of them fuckers. You should have a spare. You know?
You're that bad at life, bro?
I'm just.
Respawn.
PETA's gonna like just come right at us.
Oh yeah, come back.
I buried the thing ceremonially, alright? You fuck off, PETA, you weirdos. They always talk
I
about
didn't
like
bury it,
saving
I didn't
animals when
bury
they
it.
just like hand out fucking like what's that shit they used to kill fucking people and animals and shit? Like shit they put in your veins. I don't even know what it's called. It's like the shit they used to put down dogs.
Oh.
I have no idea what it's
I
called.
don't know what it's called.
Me neither. But like they just do that to every single animal they can fucking think of. And it's like, oh, we don't have enough food for it. Kill it. Bring it out back. But as soon as you like kick a gorilla in the jungle, dude, they hit you with lawsuits and and fucking shit.
They
You guys are
subpoena you to
backwards, man.
Federal court.
Fuck PETA.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this dog didn't get adopted.
Fuck
You
it.
don't need it.
Imagine that's how they did it. That'd be a pretty sick job for you, Christian. I don't think you could do it though.
You know, I was actually thinking, like, I was looking at Facebook jobs, and they have an opening right now for a content manager, which you just go in everything that's reported that people, like, contest. It's brought to me.
You can come work at Hannaford, bud.
How much? I won't take anything under 18, so if you say 15, I'm
trying to think of why don't you like throw an application at IDEX? They'll hire you for fucking anything, and it's insane benefits. It's right in Westford too.
I could just go kill animals for money, I guess, if that's what you guys want.
Yeah, just
to
make
do.
fucking animal snuff films. Think about it. You spend like what, $30 on a guinea pig at Petco. You take it out back, shoot it for $300. That's a fucking profit.
I have the editing skills, though, Dylan. I don't have to hire somebody to do that, so that's cost savings right there. I have a pillowcase.
I got ammo and guns. We can hook it up.
Travis is uncomfortable.
I'm okay.
I don't know, with a guinea pig, I don't even think you really need a gun. It's like...
I had to kill my dog.
You could probably get it done with like one of those like high-powered electric.
We're just gonna
airsoft
smooth
rifles.
right over.
Or just use like a snow
sorry.
shovel. Like it's a fucking
Yeah.
game.
Just punt it. You had to kill your dog? Did anyone else hear that?
Why are we talking about we watched a documentary about birds chirping, and now we're talking about killing animals.
Yeah, we need
I mean, that's the shit.
That's the shit.
we should probably move on to a different topic.
You know what I'm talking about? Me killing my dog real quick.
My
I
dogs are
kinda
adorable. Or they were.
So,
Wally and fucking-
Wally's dead because I had to kill him.
have you guys ever noticed how
Prayers.
like fucked up the news articles are on Snapchat?
I just don't even bother.
I don't even go on
It's-
Snapchat.
Well, then fuck you.
Oh, okay.
They're always just the
Jeez.
weirdest fucking shit that just makes no sense.
I watched this news article about some chick who like apparently called her coach a cunt for not letting her on the fucking varsity cheerleading team. And then
Yeah,
just
dude, we saw that
completely kicked her out.
today.
Yeah, well, what the fuck? Who cares? You probably get called cunt 3,000 times in a year because you're probably a cunt. You know what I mean?
Was that a Vosh video?
What?
Or was that just a news article?
For what?
About the girl that got kicked out of school because
It
she
was,
was
like,
mad about
Today
not making
News.
Varda City.
Wait, so she got kicked out.
she,
Why'd
like-
she get kicked out of school then?
Well, she
She didn't get kicked out of school. She got kicked off the cheerleading team completely. And
Because
then
she
her
did
parents,
something?
because she called her coach a cunt.
Oh.
But it was off school grounds. It's going to
Well,
the Supreme Court.
What she did
What?
is she
Yeah.
posted a picture.
Are they
on her
related to
Snapchat.
barbecue?
I don't even think she called. I don't even
No.
think she called her a cunt.
I know. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
to that.
Oh,
She just posted a picture on her Snapchat story. Mind you, she's 14.
Okay.
And it said, "Fuck school, fuck cheerleading, fuck whatever else." Oh, I think it was the teacher herself or something like that. And just like, yeah, that was literally it. And they fucking suspended her and took her off the fucking.
Can we talk about
cheerleading
gun
team.
laws?
I think that's
Because
a touchy
I
topic.
feel like, well, here's my like.
You're
view
talking
on
to
it right
four
now, right?
leftists.
So here's the
You're talking
problem.
about what?
Here's the problem,
Hold on,
right?
I didn't hear what you said to begin
Well,
with.
some gun laws, right? Because I feel like America's doing it right. All right, I feel like if some kid is getting bullied and he hates his fucking life, shoot up at school. You know, I'm not condoning that.
Definitely
but
got this
I'm not condoning that. But I would rather take a bullet than live in the UK and some dude pulls up with a samurai sword and just stabs the shit out of me. Who wants that? People are gonna kill people regardless.
So you're saying it's better that we have bad gun laws?
I would
I'd rather get shot and stabbed.
so much rather be shot
Alright,
than
listen.
stabbed.
I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people don't expect from me. Okay?
You almost shot up a school?
No, I do not support gun bans.
Yeah.
As a leftist, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they would ever work.
It won't.
It would never work for one reason. There's too many guns. There's more guns in this country than there are people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just be like, all right, well, you can't have those anymore.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna do? Fucking come take them away?
No, you're not. They have guns.
You're not. Like that, and there's just too fucking many of them. Like it just wouldn't work. The only thing that we could do is, like, the only thing that I agree with is further deeper background checks,
Mm.
and that's like and waiting times, and that's pretty much it because that's all we can really do. Any gun ban would only ever bring down like accidental shit, like a fucking dude has a gun in his house and just like loses his fucking shit one day and just caps his fucking wife. Shit like that probably would go down, but like mass shootings never would with gun bans.
I feel like the thing about most gun deaths is they're mostly suicides.
Yep.
And when you think about it, people could kill themselves in all types. I could shove a piece of paper in my throat and choke to death.
That's a lot harder than just pulling a trigger.
But here's the thing, right? Is like,
and I think it's more or less
if you look at the gun deaths worldwide, Brazil has more people on people gun deaths than any other country in the world, and they have really strict gun laws.
I think
super strict.
The best way to explain this is just that. Fuck! I kind of lost my.
That's our intern, by the way.
Well. What the fuck was that?
Our intern.
Might as well let her out. Sassy out here anyway.
Yeah, go fuck off.
Oh yeah. So, like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't agree with the idea that guns kill people. I don't at all agree. I do agree with the idea that guns just make it a lot fucking easier.
Yeah.
I feel like instead of doing background checks, we should do mental evaluations.
I think we need both.
Well, there could be a guy who like just got out of prison for a felony.
Yeah, but
He
that's
lives
like
in a
a
really
guy
bad
with
neighborhood and he wants a gun to
undiagnosed
protect
depression.
himself, but he can't buy one. I would rather have a felon who's like trying to self-protect himself than some nutcase. Like, what happens if I go in the military and I get out and I just snap? You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, let's go hand it for this guy. And I just pull up with a shotgun. And I can
Matt's
clear any
like-
background check. But if the
like,
psychiatrist sat me
okay.
down and he's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I want to kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not getting far at all.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to have, like, of course it's going to cost a lot of money, but you should sit down and get a mental evaluation, whether it's at a hospital
I think
or
that there's a
anywhere.
lot of people that could, like,
Get around it.
get around, like, mental checks.
Yeah, you just
Just lie.
buy it off your
Yeah.
local drug dealer.
Like, if you're a good liar, you could get through them.
Yeah, if you're like a psychopath already,
Yeah.
you could just.
The biggest reason I bring this up
There's
is there's
nothing
this
you can do
really
about
fucked up
it.
thing that
FBI.
happened in the UK.
Oh,
right?
I want to say something, too, after this. Don't let me forget.
There's a 13-year-old boy who has autism, and he was dating this like TikTok chick or whatever, and the TikTok girl got mad at him because he found out that she was talking to other dudes, and he started yelling at her. And they're 13 years old, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
She paid somebody like £200 to fucking come in and stab him. She's like, just stab him in the hand, like teach him a lesson. First off, if somebody pulls out a knife, it's not gonna end in a stab. Like don't talk shit on your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll think about that next time.
Yeah.
Like, so this kid ends up stabbing him in the back of the neck with a katana, and I'm just thinking like the amount of shit I got in as a kid, the amount of just shit talking I did. I don't want to get stabbed in the neck. I would rather be shot in the like leg or in the chest or anywhere ever. I'd rather like have a fucking perfect bullet take out both my testes and a quad muscle than get stabbed in the neck by a fucking katana.
How bad at relationships do you have to be like, instead of breaking up with this person, I just want to hire somebody to stab him.
She's 13 and narcissistic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the worst part is the UK, like, laws are fucked. I could go off to the UK right now for a vacation, probably, like, stab the shit out of somebody and claim self-defense and get, like, 10 years at the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, well, prison's just sort of like a punishment, so we're not going to give any life sentences unless they, like, really fucking fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, you'd probably have to rape an orphanage or, like, worse to get fucking a life sentence in the UK.
Well, I mean, the royal family's doing that, so it's okay.
Well, they're dying off anyways. Didn't, like, the fucking...
Philip? Yeah. Philip Skonski. Fuck.
Rest in peace, Philip, dude.
Fuck Philip.
You didn't like him? He was like a war hero, wasn't
I
he?
don't give a fuck.
He clapped cheeks overseas.
I fucking hate that guy.
Dude, he wasn't a war hero. He was a duke.
He's a Duke of Edinburgh after he got out of the military, Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a war hero.
But he was also wealthy before he went into the military, which is a lot different than if you're going into the military.
Well,
as
you
a
gotta
poor
have
person.
respect for somebody who comes from a rich... But, like, if I came from a rich background and Dad wasn't a fucking still had money, I wouldn't be joining the National Guard right now. Are you fucking
Yeah.
serious? I'd be taking his money and investing it. I wouldn't fucking sign that dotted line saying, hey, if I die, meh. You know
he
what I
went,
mean?
He went into the Great War, though.
Who, fucking the Duke?
Yeah. Like, he went into
Just
a
gonna
war
refer
because
to
he
him
had
as
to go
that.
into a war. And it would have
Yeah.
been really politically incorrect for him not to.
I suppose. But like,
So it's not like he was going to fight in Vietnam. He was going to. He was
can
fighting
we
in World
think
War
about
II.
that?
It was.
If like we get into another war and people start drafting like people, we're so fucked. Man.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
there's
yeah, no
just so
shot.
many
I'm
people
dipping.
who are like physically
Dude, there'll be
built
riots
for the
in the
military.
streets.
Yeah, they're not gonna do shit though. Like if you think about Vietnam, it was just a bunch of kids fresh out of high school that got sent off to die.
Some of them were still in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of them were.
and that's fucked to think about. Imagine your
and
junior
they came
year.
back and the country fucking treated them like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
that
like,
bothers me
Imagine
too.
going and fighting a
Like it's
proxy
not
war.
like
for...
I understand what they were mad about,
Mhm.
but like they took it out on the wrong fucking people.
You got to take it on the politicians that started the fucking war. It's got nothing to do with those poor bastards that were like imagine walking outside of your school and some like big uniformed fuck just grabs you by your collar. It's your lucky day. You're joining the United States Marine
Bro, you got
Corps.
that? You got that thing you had to sign up for when you were 18, bro? It's time,
Do you think when
dude.
drafts happen, they like lower the requirements for the military? So we have a list of kids who are under the age of 24 fucked.
Because
They
that
just ship
that
you
law
off.
happened before.
But here's what I'm
Vietnam
thinking,
as well.
right?
Don't you have to have a high school diploma to be in the military?
No.
No.
You don't.
No.
Okay, cool.
Dude, recruiters
They don't even ask.
hound on kids who are fucking failing school. They'll walk up to you like, "What's your GPA?" "Oh, like a 1.8. "Yeah, it is." Fucking right.
All right.
Come step in my
Keep it
house.
up. Guess what? You can make a lot of money.
So
I
let's
used
be
to fuck with the
realistic.
ones who would message me on Facebook.
I still do.
I don't get
National
them
Guard.
anymore.
Some guy fucking messaged me. He's like, "Are you interested in joining the United States Marine Corps?" I'm like, "I'm in the Guard, brother." He's like, "You know anybody who's interested in joining the United States Marine Corps?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me, recruiter? You should be finding people who are interested. It's not my fucking
Are you,
job."
you suck at your job, dude?
Dude, the recruiters I'm with right now, they offered me $100 for everybody I get to sign up. I'm like, "Look, dude, you're gonna have to give me like $1,000. I'm not trying to fucking put people through that
I'm
shit.
not gonna go walk around like, yo, you want to join the army?
It'd be funny,
Dylan looks
though.
him in his eyes. Have you seen the geopolitical climate currently? There's a draft next year, dude. Like, I'm not gonna get $100.
Get ready.
I'm just thinking
to
of all
watch
the
my
kids,
friends die. It's
all
not
of
happening.
all of my classmates, all the people I went to school with, grew up side by side with, that just aren't built for the military. That if a draft happens, they would have to go in, and that's just kind of fucked to me.
Yeah.
Some people are just not built for that shit.
I don't. No fucking shot, dude. I'd leave. I would legit go to fucking Canada.
Even some kids who think they're built for the military and want to join, just
Canada has a
aren't.
draft.
Fucking hiding. I'll avoid theirs too. Fucking
I was like,
already
they got
avoided
War
one.
in
igloos,
Canada
bro.
again. I feel like that'd be sick.
I think we should just take Canada.
Here's my
Yeah.
deal. I don't think it should be a problem for someone to be like, listen, I'm too big of a pussy to do it. Like, if I can admit that, leave me the fuck alone.
Well, I
Fair.
mean,
They'll
All
be like,
because
"We're
you're-
gonna harden you up, motherfucker."
all because
Drop
you're
down to
drafted
20.
doesn't
No, I'm gonna
doesn't
fucking. The
necessarily
second you
mean-
give me a gun, I'm gonna shoot myself.
You could probably just say that and get out of it. And be like,
No. Seriously,
Say that
though,
in your
all-
psyche
all
valve.
because you get drafted doesn't mean you'll pass basic training.
I wouldn't.
They would just literally make you go do like, fucking, are you gonna fix Humvees?
Well,
then?
he's not qualified for infantry, so we'll just put him out as a pawn.
just when they,
Like,
because
hey, I think there's an IUD there. Go fucking check that out.
What does that stand for? Doesn't matter, dude.
It's like, I didn't have that class. What's that?
Oh, under this rubble? Okay. Rips the cord, blows up.
Everyone get ready, the enemies are closing in, load your rifles. Oh shit! So that's how that works, hey! I'd be scared shitless, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, though, typically school shooters are, like, not the most physically and mentally there. And they can shoot an AR just well. So
Here's-
I think you're going to be okay, Travis.
I feel like
That's
it's...
not the problem. I just don't want to fucking run.
I know what you mean, dude.
I don't want to fucking
I
run.
know what you mean. I have to do a 2-mile run.
you're like,
for my
nah, dude, all the
Army
military
combat
stuff
fitness
sounds
training.
sick. I just don't want to work out.
Yeah, fuck that.
Repelling from
I'll stay
helicopters?
here and eat
Cool.
Sour Patch Kids.
That's one of my favorite parts about fucking the National Guard is I'm essentially getting paid to work out. Like, they go to high school and they feel like a
Travis,
rebel.
you're going to say something, by the way, not to interrupt you, Dylan.
Oh, yeah, what were you going to say?
Oh, it was about mass shootings, so I guess we were really off topic.
It's a great interjection.
Do you want me to tell you anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This episode, by the way, is
everywhere.
going to suck to edit.
I think Vosh said it, and it made me realize how fucking true it was. But, like, Hollywood really romanticizes the fucking idea of just, like, going down in a blaze of glory, and I think it's, like, a big cause of mass shootings. 'Cause, like, all these movies are just like basically the same thing, where a dude like just feels invalidated and his manhood's been stripped away.
The
And he's
entire
always like,
movie series
so
called
how do I
Rampage.
fucking take care of this? And he just goes and like fucking shoots a bunch of people and blows shit up.
I feel like
So
it's
people-
a super big common theme that all mass shooters just like suck at socializing. They have like no friends.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, throw some shade, dude. Nice.
But yeah,
Did you
it's like,
show up at school, Christian?
No.
Are you sitting with your friends right now? Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about these kids who show up to fucking school wearing trench coats and they look around and they're like, hi, man. And the guy who says hi to just fucking
It's like,
gets up.
okay.
He's like, hey, sweet. I'm out of here.
He's like on eBay buying
yeah,
bulletproof Kevlar vests
It's
after.
always the kids who suck. There's never like a high school football player super jocked out fucking
Well,
man.
no, because they're not the ones getting the shit kicked out of them for being weird.
But if they didn't
no,
suck,
those are the guys who just rape cheerleaders.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different.
we don't hear
different
about that in the
strokes.
news.
different strokes for different folks.
Yo, you see that thing about Tucker Carlson with the masks?
Yeah, he's encouraging people to confront people that are wearing masks.
Here's what he
And tell
said,
them to
right?
take it off.
He was like, if you're a fucking kid and you have to, like, play around with your friends with a mask on, somebody call the cops. Like, what the fuck are you talking
He was
about?
like,
Do you know he
talking
has
about,
a mansion in Maine?
Does he?
Yeah, and it's like a public address.
You know,
and I just
Dana
wanna
White
go
has a
there.
fucking house in Maine.
Yeah,
in
in Kennebunk.
It was in Kennebunk? I
Yeah.
want to go to that place so bad. Just steal one of his
But
side-by-sides.
Tucker Carlson legit was like, if you see a guy wearing a mask while he's riding his bike, you politely but firmly stop them and tell them to take their mask off because it makes me uncomfortable.
At my new job, there's a
I'm
guy.
like, what the fuck
There's a guy
is
that works there
happening?
who's like super like he just sits there and watches Tim Pool every day and he's just like,
Oh my god, dude.
bro, Antifa's
Maybe
gonna
you should
kill
find your
us."
fucking vice at work so you stick around there. Just like listen to our podcast. Or
I just
something.
I just have a YouTube channel where I just make fun of him, like I'm just like David Attenborough, but I'm just like,
Look at this guy watching Tim Pool.
He's like
What a
worried that
loser.
the government's watching him, but it's just you.
Didn't you record some kid jerking off in class?
yeah.
That was so fucked to me. Like,
Yeah.
that kid probably would be a school shooter. You know what I mean? Everyone made fun of me for jerking my dick off in biology.
That's the same kid that like threatened to shoot the school up.
What do you know? The fucking stars align.
No, but
man.
like he's just like always watching it. And I'm just like, you okay, bro? Like
does
he's
that
like,
happen?
I denied COVID for a while. Like I was telling this to June and the Target, people were looking at me and laughing because I was like, I talk pretty loudly in public, and I was like, yeah, he was just like talking to me, June. He was like, it's like, yeah, I used to deny COVID. I thought it was this big conspiracy and hoax, but then I got it. But I'm still not getting vaccinated because now my immunity will last for 3 years and nothing will happen.
That's
Like,
my
how do
thought
you know it's gonna
process,
last
man.
for 3 years? Hasn't been 3 years yet.
That and there's already been like countless stories about like people
People
who are
getting it again.
recontracting it.
Yeah.
Have you guys
And
been
it like being
vaccinated?
way worse the
half
second
vaxxed.
time.
Half that. Are you vaxxed?
Yeah, half.
Yeah, us three went together.
You're crazy, man. Here's
Yeah.
my thought process on it, right? I either fucking catch COVID or the military requires it. That's the only time I'm gonna get
The
my
military's
fucking
definitely
vaccination.
gonna require it.
Maybe.
They're gonna
That's
They-
the thing is they don't right now. They
That's-
don't give a fuck.
because it's a touchy political topic.
Not really. Like, it's a fact. I get pissed off at the anti-maskers because as much as I believe in, you know, having your own rights and doing what you fucking want, you're putting other people in danger, you stupid fucks.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
the
the other
entire
thing-
reason
Yeah.
it makes me so angry.
The other thing,
Like they just seem to not fucking understand that. Like, it's my body. What happened to my body? My choice. And they're like, but you're hurting other people.
Hey, you see my
Now
body,
they-
fucker? Because it ain't yours.
Stop doing that.
Fucking no.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't get
Back on
vaccinated, but I
the
care
whole
if you don't wear
kid
your
masturbating
fucking
in
mask.
class thing, let's be real as guys, right? Let's be real as dudes on a couch. We've all had a hard-on in class.
Oh yeah.
Every single
sometimes
one-
you just can't help
It
it.
just
It's
happens,
Yeah.
dude. I
That's
got a
like
hard
happened
on
to
right
me.
now. But it's like, who in their right fucking head's like, better rub this one out. They're just sitting in fucking bio. Like, what class were you in when that happened?
It was just a study hall. It was like
study hall.
And what do you jerk off to in the classroom? Like a poster, like a professional tennis player on the wall, or like a swim. Like, what do you
Guys.
do?
It was a study hall. in a financial literacy classroom.
Financial literacy, fantastic.
He's jerking in numbers.
Yeah.
You see his percentage sign. He's like, that looks close. No,
Dude, this
And
guy's
it was
just
one of
the
those.
wolf
It
on
was
Wall
one of
Street.
those ones that was like nobody was allowed to fucking talk.
What was that kid
Yeah.
like?
Like I said, he said he was gonna shoot the school up.
So let me get
And
this
he
straight.
jerked off in class.
Let me get this straight. We make a fucked up video about making fun of fucking 2 wannabe rappers and acting like we have cerebral palsy.
And this kid can just beat his dick.
And talk about shooting up his school and he gets to fucking
Also,
stay.
you gotta remember, this isn't the first time because I was able to record it. I didn't even own a fucking phone. I would borrow somebody's phone to record it. So there was time. Like, I knew it was gonna happen.
Like, where's the weirdest places you guys have jerked off, right? Probably your bed. Because you guys are fucking normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe the bathroom.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
On occasion.
Yeah.
You
If
know,
you own
got
the place.
work, you know,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. But
That's
like,
real weird.
And where do you come in the class? Like, what
I
happened?
guess in his pants, dude.
What the fuck? What's the... There's...
Did you
Alright.
go
It
clean
became,
up after?
it became a thing, though. It was called the cum cam.
I'm not...
And you could see his little leg when he like was about to be there.
This is gonna sound like the beginning. You never... You know what
I know. You just spent all your night editing this. You got work in the morning, bro. You gotta cut this out.
Just bleep it. Just bleep it. They'll know what I'm saying. Just bleep it. You know,
You're not
as long
supposed
as
to
you
know.
know
They might
doesn't
not.
listen.
I think, like,
I'm in the military. They'll be like, "Yeah, he's on something." You know what I mean?
see, like, I, for the most part, and we still can't
cut this out.
Yeah. But I like agree with you, and I think it's fine. I think, but more so, I'm only worried about just on the camera.
If I just
For
left this
as
in, it'd
far
be
as-
fucked up. Cut this
as
out.
far as
Marketability.
YouTube growth and marketability
Yeah.
goes, you know what I mean? I want like
Let me. All right.
but like I
fucking
Yeah.
hate stupid people. Right? Stupid people suck. And they're everywhere. It's
Everywhere.
like the biggest
Oh.
epidemic in the fucking world. It's a pandemic. You know what I mean? I work at fucking spare time. And I love the job. It's an easy job, easy going. Everyone who comes in there is pretty
You don't
fucking
want
nice.
you don't want to talk about your job.
I don't want to
so-
talk about my You know what I mean? So this fucking
Now
we
we're
have
gonna get you
people-
questioning, dude.
We have people who come into the fucking store and they're just being douchebags about wearing masks. Like, I had this one fucking guy who was wearing it over his head like a pair of sunglasses. And I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, what's the fucking point of that? And of course he's like overweight.
He's
and
like,
he has
"Dude,
like
I'm protecting
tattoos on
myself
his
from
legs. And he's wearing
5G."
shorts and he thinks he's cool. You know what I mean? It's always the people who suck that are anti-maskers because they're just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I get so irate. I get so mad at just dumb fucking people. Because, like, we all go to the same schools. We all go to public educations, you know? I get some people's brains work a bit differently than others, but that doesn't give you an excuse to be dumb. Like, what's wrong with you? I wish for one day I just, like, were able to tone down my IQ and just have fucking dumb syndrome.
know what it's like.
Yeah, I need
It's
to
like
know.
I wish my life could be that easy where I'm just
Yeah,
dumb.
imagine every day is a new adventure to you. What store can I walk in without a mask today? You know, like who?
and every
who can I
time
cut off
dude,
in
they're
traffic?
shocked when someone says something.
Like,
Hey
just
mom,
dumb.
I would just kick that at Kmart because I had my mask around my eyes. Isn't that wild?
I don't
Tomorrow I'm
understand
gonna try 7-Eleven.
We
the
had a
amount of
couple
people
ladies-
that just try to get away with it too. Like, I've had people come into the front counter of spare time just not wearing a mask and like, let me get you a mask real quick. And you're like, whatever. I just hand it to them, they crumple it up in their fucking fist. I've literally said to a guy once, I looked at him like, look man, I didn't give you a mask for you to put it in your fucking fist. You know what I mean? Put it on your face. I gave you the mask so you wear it. And if you refuse to wear it, I'm gonna deny you service. And he was just like, he was with a group of his friends and they were like, quit being a fucking dickhead, you know, cut it the fuck out. And like I feel like dumb people need somebody that they like to coerce them into doing stuff. All of us,
Yeah.
if somebody who's rational comes up and says something to us, chances are we're gonna listen and do it. You know what I mean? A dumb person, it's like literally speaking to a fucking wall. It's just, they're dumb. I'm trying so hard not to use the word. I don't understand it, man. Imagine going day to day in your fucking life just not knowing things.
We had a couple ladies come in to the, I don't know, what should I say where I work? I don't know.
Fuck it!
To the theater, right? And obviously, like,
Theater.
it's a theater and a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that we have to do it is when someone buys tickets, it blocks seats by them to keep people separated. And people will buy tickets and then just go sit somewhere fucking completely different.
Nice.
And they always get pissed when we tell them to move, but these two ladies fucking bought tickets to a table and then sat directly in front, the counter in front of them, like directly next to, like literally side by side to another family. And the other family comes to us and like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck is this? We're like, yeah, I don't fucking know what they're doing. We asked them to move, dude, and they freaked out.
That's
like,
fucking dumb, man.
They were screaming and they like fucking were like trying to record. My mom's the manager. And like my mom's like, you guys are being annoying, and they just started like, they're like, you guys were being rude and tacky up at the counter, and like we want to see the recording because you were very rude. And they like went and left this crazy review on the Facebook page.
Sounds about right.
And then they went to my mom. They found my mom on Facebook and found my mom's photography Facebook page and left a review on that too.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, holy fuck! Like COVID deniers for some reason, like just fucking melt down when you give them any kind of fucking
any
backlash.
It was a father, a mother, and a fucking kid. I don't even remember what the gender of the kid was because I didn't really give a fuck, you know. And they could be their grandparents for all I fucking know, right? But anyways, there's 3 fucking people, 2 adults and a youngin', and they come into the bowling alley. And the way that we have it set up in spare time is there's one big table, and then there's these lounge couches that go up, and there's a line in between the table that divides 2 groups, so 2 people can play, you know, side by side. It just makes it easier for anybody. I'm like, would you mind sharing a ball return and sitting down? They're like, I don't want to do that. It's COVID. I don't want to sit next to another person. Why are you at a bowling alley?
I know.
If you're so worried about COVID and catching that shit, why are you showing up to one of the most packed places in fucking Greater Portland and bowling there? Go home. Go play Wii Sports bowling. Literally anything else.
I hate when people go out in public now and like they complain about how many people there are. I'm like,
shit.
You're here. Like, why are you complaining
There's
about
so
other
many
people
options.
doing this?
It's just
if
so many
you're
options.
doing this.
It's just the dumb fucks. We can say that word.
Yep.
That's fair, yeah.
I wonder what words we can say. Anyways,
Not much.
You know, people are finding the word bitch more offensive than cunt nowadays.
Yeah,
Can you
dude.
believe
I got in
that?
a lot of trouble for that.
Me
I
too,
got people
man.
really mad. That's
No,
what
let's say-
started the whole
wait,
fucking
wait,
Twitter
wait,
shit
wait,
with the
wait,
band.
wait,
Was like,
Here's the thing, right, Christian?
Whoa.
They look at it because like there's no equivalent to the word bitch. You know, it's like only a derogatory term for females, and that's bullshit. You know what I mean? There's the word bastard.
There's dick.
There's so many. Well, I've heard bitches call it bitches dicks before. You know what I mean? But it's like it's not applicable to say like there's no other word for a male than there is a female. I got yelled at by that once from my principal because I called some lady a dumb bitch when she was being a dumb bitch. You know what I mean?
Shout out.
I don't know, man. I feel like
We'll drop her Instagram.
it's one thing if there's like a super ignorant, angry guy who's just throwing words around and being belligerent. Like, yeah, silence him. He sucks.
Yeah.
But if I'm calling you something that you are, you should probably take it and
If you're
fucking
being
learn from
bitchy,
it.
you're being bitchy.
Yeah, if you're being a stupid fuck, stop being stupid. Go to like not stupid class. I don't know what to tell you. Like, figure it the fuck out. Dude, I could talk all day about that.
Go on YouTube,
I
spend
know.
some time searching how to double your IQ.
Or just like
They'll be on
how
that
to
for a
not
couple
be
days.
stupid. Like, oh, fuck me, man. People go day to day living their fucking lives.
You know, people just need to stop
sucking.
yelling. You know what I mean? Like
I
people.
should quiet down, huh?
No. I mean, like people just like to yell about things and get mad. Just calm down. You know?
It's like, why are you yelling right now?
And it's
like,
always
no one
the
cares.
stupid people who do that because they don't know.
Well, that's just they think that loud wins.
They think a lot of things too. Fucking
How to win an argument.
god damn.
Yeah.
Whoever's the loudest is the winner.
It's my favorite when you're like showing them like I had an argument on Twitter the other night, like out of all things, and it was about like how if you just took the money that you were going to use to get a bachelor's degree and invested it based on a 10 to 15% return on the S&P 500, you'd be worth $30 million when you got out, like in 40 years, as compared to paying $200,000 and being in debt. to get a job that pays you $40,000 a year. Like, I did the math, and they were still arguing with me, and I'm like, I'm literally presenting you the facts. Like, I'm at this point where I'm screen recording the calculator, and they're still telling me I'm a fucking idiot.
I feel like people...
like, you can be a millionaire.
I feel like there's, like, this weird thing where, like, if you're poor, there's options for college, you know what I mean? You can get tons of scholarships, you can do... But if you're fucking rich, you gotta pay that full fucking bill. I feel like that's like a really shitty trade-off. Like, if I get loaded and I have a fucking kid, you're joining the military and you get free tuition. I'm not paying your shit. You want to go to college so bad, you figure it the fuck out yourself like I had to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, there's people who are like, I'll have you know, my parents spent over $300,000 on my education. And you still suck!
Yeah.
Like, $300 down the fucking drain, you're still stupid.
It's like, what did you learn from that education?
Yeah, and you're
Yeah,
fucking,
that's the
you
thing,
go
though.
to
They tell you that, like, well, if it wasn't for college, then I wouldn't be educated. I'm like, do you
YouTube
understand? Yeah, YouTube it. Literally, the college is on the internet now,
Literally,
which means everything's there.
Everyone I know in college has told me the same thing this
It's
year.
alcohol and online classes.
No, yeah, they literally tell me, our professor just shows us YouTube videos or tells us to look at YouTube videos.
Yeah.
If you look on, like, the black and white, like, cost efficiency between going to a college for a bachelor's degrees and fucking Quizlet.
Yeah.
It's a crazy
Same
world we
thing.
live in, dude. Crazy fucking world.
So,
I feel like Earth is here, and you're like up here, Christian.
Alright,
You know
here's
what
the
I
deal. How much
I will get you that job if you want
effort
the job.
and time do you think it would take you? Like, if you were to try to get real fucking sweaty at Call of Duty again, how long do you think it would take you?
Probably months, because I'd have to find a team.
We could do it. There's like 100K tournaments.
Yeah. Until you're playing against Nick Merckx and he calls you the N-word because you killed him. I think that's
No, he gets really mad at that. He gets
Did he?
Every
Well,
time
in
it happens-
2016, dude, he was in that every week. Like, that was his go-to when you
That's
got to a
fucking-
party with him.
That's pretty crazy.
So
Well,
when,
that's just the
when he
internet.
steps away from his stream and the stream goes black, dude, he's screaming. He's flaming, especially if he just lost a match. I don't know if he even plays wagers anymore, if he just plays public matches.
I think he
but-
just plays pubs.
Yeah, if I don't know if he plays. I don't think he was allowed.
But dude,
to.
think about how much money just regular streamers make, even without playing in tournaments.
Dude, I grinded that game and I was only like 400 in the world.
Yeah, doesn't matter. That's good enough.
I mean, not really. It's not gonna pay the bill.
It is if you.
If you're like trying to stream
it,
and you can
yeah.
just be more entertaining and also be like just. Good.
Well, yeah, I
like,
guess
you have to
if
be
I
insane.
streamed.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Christian,
saying.
Let's be fair, right? You're a Montessori just like I am, and people like hearing us fucking talk. People will tune in. You could suck ass at Call of Duty and start talking about how ass you are at it, and people will be like, "Fuck yeah."
That's what I
Why?
kind of want to do.
Why? Because there's
That's what I should do to
dumbasses
actually
around the
make it
world who will pay money for that.
Because
There's
we're
Yeah, dude.
Montessori.
What if we
not
did
just
that?
that. It's because
That's
we're
what you
just
were
just
saying.
fucking lose our shit and just
Do you know how
laugh
many
our
fucking
asses off,
people
just trying as
try-
hard as we can and just dying and thinking it's so fucking funny.
Do you know how much people try to be funny to make it by and they can't because they suck?
I bought a kid a fake ID so he could play wagers with me because he was 13 and I was talking shit to him. And that kid plays Fortnite professionally now. That kid makes more than his dad
That's
in
so
his
off
own
the
house.
point.
And he's
What I'm trying to
15.
say is, Christian, is we have a knack, like a gift to socialize and talk to people. Not to make friends.
Dude, I'm an introvert,
particularly.
bro.
So am I. I did a
Like, I don't
personality
talk to
test. I'm
anybody.
50% introverted, 50% extroverted.
I believe that. But like me, I'm like 100% introverted. This is different, and I hate coming here. No offense, it has nothing to do with you guys. I just hate fucking talking to people. That's why I only work like sales jobs, because it forces me to come out of my comfort zone. Coming here every week is very therapeutic for me, so I appreciate that. But I fucking hate it. But I wake up on a Wednesday morning and I'm like, fuck. I gotta speak to
I might
four
have a
guys on
stomachache today.
couch. I might have a stomach ache. Believe me. Dude,
How long we been going, man?
I think we're gonna end it at 9 because I got a lot to cover.
You know?
To edit, 13
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm sure there's plenty of shit that needs to be cut out.
I think
Bro,
we
it's
got a
only
lot
13
more
minutes.
usable shit this time.
No,
though.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
of your drugs. Drugs are for assholes.